Carson Wentz to resume throwing. Suffered hairline fracture in the ribs in Philly. Preseason opener day today. Ron Rivera says the Titans have a smash mouth offense, can be a force. Right now they've ran for 288 yards, 8.7 yards per carry. Derrick Henry, DeMarco Murray. That was against San Diego.
Here we roll.
All right.
Oh, this website's starting. AT&T still don't. Oh boy.
So you're going to Cox instead of AT&T? Okay.
We've had problems with AT&T and they keep slowing us down. I don't play those games.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
I ain't got time for those.
Too much prep to be.
Yeah. See my connection this week, but I'm going to show you my connection this weekend. So. Okay. Yeah, just bear with us. Apparently, technical difficulties. Big deal here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, Big Jimmy the K. Okay, screw this. I've got other things to do. You're gonna be slow like this. I got 2 words for you. Screw you.
Yeah.
Ate my sandwich. Call it what you want. I don't call it a sandwich.
See, I started a new page.
Uh-uh.
It's just I told people, say this page is like 99% sports. It's just type in Durandu on Facebook and you'll be able to.
Okay, cool.
But I think I liked you on Facebook, man. I sent you a.
Okay.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I want to show you my connection.
See, do you think LeBron would be a good NBA owner? He also thinks that it was a great move for KD to go to.
Sick of people at ESPN or SportsCenter who think they have their heads on their shoulders but really don't. Think they know a home run from a grand slam?
Nope.
From a 2-pointer, from a 3-pointer? Well,
Nope.
guess what, Ryan Lochte? We're coming after you. It's time for the Jimmy the K Sports Show. We're live. We're unedited. And guess what, Ryan Lochte? Again, we're coming after you.
You are.
Here we go, Jimmy the K Sports Show with the big dude. How y'all doing this Tuesday evening? It's me, Jimmy the K. This is the big dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Each and every Tuesday evening here on the Jimmy the K Sports Show with the big dude. We got all kinds of sports news. You know, we can trash talk Ryan Lochte all we want, but let's get to some other sports news, and then we'll wait. We'll go about halfway.
We'll get our lather up.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get our lather up, and we'll work up to
Ryan Lochte. Exactly. Maybe
Okay.
a little bit Allie Reisman at that.
Yes. Okay.
She can rise my man all she
Man, wow, she is. I did not know she was 22.
Neither did I, but I was like, okay. I was like, you say you're 15, 16, and I Googled it. I was like, I could have sworn I remember her in the last Olympics and her being pretty young.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, she's 22?
22.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Also,
I'll be here, make dreaming.
Yeah. I want to go a quick birthday shout out. I have my friend Michelle Wilson in Republic, Missouri. Her birthday was yesterday, but just want to wish her a happy birthday. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope everything was fun, and got much love for you. And hope you had a good day. I know you got turned up a little bit, but I know how you are. So, but just hope you had a good time and enjoyed yourself. And now on with the show.
Awesome. So Notre Dame. Let's
Okay.
talk about Notre Dame.
I'm gonna give you guys Butler is facing possible felony charges for resisting arrest of a law enforcement officer and battery to a law enforcement officer. The DA is seeking approval for the first time the DA is seeking approval for more time to investigate the case and what charges could be filed. Redfield and 4 other players were arrested after being pulled over by a trooper when a trooper smelled marijuana and found a handgun. The marijuana is a misdemeanor. The handgun is a possible felony, depending on who it belongs to and all that kind of stuff. So in the car that night was Redfield, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Stefferson, Williams, and they face possession of an unlicensed firearm. Now, okay, you're college kids. Number one, you're smoking marijuana and driving around. And I'm going to say this, everybody, I'm not condoning of doing the ganja, okay? But if you're going to drive around, don't smoke it while you're driving. Do you not know the risk? Do you not know how easy it is that people outside the car can smell it before you even roll the window down? So, and so you're driving around smoking marijuana on a state highway, coming from Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
They come from Indiana. So you get busted by a state trooper. Wow. On top of that, why do you have a firearm? Why? Are you going to go commit some crimes? Are you, excuse me, why? Why do you have a firearm? No need for you to have a firearm at all, nothing. Because you're football players at the University of Notre Dame, unless you're some high-level drug dealer, you got the Notre Dame cartel or something, then there's no reason for you guys to have firearms. So now you got the misdemeanor marijuana, but then you have the gun charge of unlicensed handgun, and then Butler. I'm about to cuss, stupid ass. You gonna grab up on a police officer? Have you not been watching the news? Do you know how heightened, intense they are now? If an old lady blow at them, they gonna hammer her ass up, okay? So what makes you think somebody that's big like me, you gonna grab a police officer? So you got charges of resisting arrest and battery to a police officer. So that means you resisted and you put your hands on it. But Butler, from what I'm understanding, Butler he is not the player that Notre Dame thought he was going to be.
Right.
He has not panned out to be what Notre Dame thought he was going to be. So therefore, your ass is going down. I think they basically Notre Dame has kicked you off the team.
Right.
And the coach, hey, he's doing his job. And it's like all you got to do is go to school and play football. You mean you couldn't? I mean, it just when I read it, I was like, how stupid can you be? Excuse me. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm working on the new schedule this week. I'm working for my boss at my daytime TV job. Okay. So then I'm having to get up at like 6 in the morning or 5:45, 6 in the morning, be at the TV station by 8, be there all day, looking at TV screens and computers. I'm a master control operator, so I'm just sitting there looking at the TV screens and computers like, oh my God, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to sleep, right? But I can't. So my yawning, I apologize, but please, yeah. So
one of those players was actually kicked off the team.
Yes, I think it was
It was either Butler or Redfield.
It was Butler or Redfield, but one of them was kicked off the team, and then the other ones are some suspension type stuff. But it's like you're gonna why not? You know, and the thing of it is, if like I said, we are in no way endorsing underage drinking, overage marijuana use, but have enough common sense that if you're going to do it, wait till you get back to the dorm. Okay? That way you're on campus. The powers that be, if something should happen, as long as you don't beat on any women, rape any women, anything like that, or put your hands on other people while you're consuming the ganja, then. But I'm just saying though. But you didn't use any common sense at all. You're basically. I'm gonna say this, and I don't normally say this about people, but I'm a special wicked. You were stupid, plain old stupid with a capital S. I mean, like a capital S as big as my ass. You were stupid, and you gonna get what's coming to you. I mean, so that's all I got. I mean, it's Chip Kelly. I mean, he has kept Notre Dame at a level that they are used to playing at. I mean, when he first got them, they were, and he's weeded out.
Yep.
He's weeded out all these wannabes and whatnot.
You think about the championship teams, though. You look at like the Alabamas,
Yes.
the Oklahomas.
Yes.
Teams that are constantly going to the playoffs, constantly going to the show, constantly going to the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the coaches do.
That's what they do.
Bob Stoops, Joe Mixon is still on the team.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know all the allegations that,
Mm-hmm.
we only know her side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Bob Stoops, for the most part, don't tolerate bull crap.
No, you don't. No.
Plain and simple as that. And he's like the majority of the coaches out there, as mentioned, the teams that are going to go out there and they're going to constantly fight for national championships. And Notre Dame's going to be one of those teams.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be
They're going to be one of those teams.
Yeah. I mean,
they're going to be right there with your Alabamas. They're going to be right there with Clemson,
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma. I wouldn't be surprised to see Notre Dame and Alabama fighting it out this year.
You know what? That's man. My man hit it. He hit it right there on the head. Alabama, Notre Dame, possible national championship.
And I know I'm talking in circles because.
But it's there though.
The truth of the matter is, look at Oklahoma. Everyone right now is jumping on the Oklahoma bandwagon, and me being a Sooner fan, it's hard for me not to want to jump on the bandwagon.
I was about to say something.
But the truth of the matter,
rock chalk, y'all. Rock chalk. Go KU.
I knew it was coming. But with all the hype that's coming with it, can Baker Mayfield step up to the plate?
Yeah.
So to speak.
So much pressure this year.
Exactly.
With him getting the eligibility, with possibly trying to repeat what happened last year, and I think people are going to be gunning for him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're going to be gunning for him.
And even
the lower level Big 12 teams.
Oh yeah.
KU, Iowa State, Texas Tech. They're going to be gunning for him.
TCU last year. TCU over the span of being in the Big 12 has taken Oklahoma to task almost every year.
Yes.
With Oklahoma beating them the majority of the time. There's been a couple times that TCU has won.
Yeah.
But TCU has kept it close ever since coming to the Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
What I fear, and it's the whole, college football is going to start, and every team's going to have this problem. It's that first game jitters.
Yes.
How are they going to come out and play against the University of Houston?
We don't need first game jitters. Y'all better come out and kick some ass, okay? I don't give a damn who it is, okay? Y'all better come out and kick some booty with a capital B. I mean, serious KU. This nonsense of no games winning since 1964, that is utterly ridiculous. Oh, I can't believe it.
So, the business is right now, you hear Oklahoma's got a chance of running the table.
Whatever.
They possibly could run the table, but, and this is a huge but, like I said, like you just said, they're going to be gunning for Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't matter who they play. And the University of Houston, everyone is talking that game up as the University of Oklahoma is going to go after them. They're going to score big numbers, and it's going to happen. Look at what University of Oklahoma has done over the last 2 years and why you and I have discussed the fact that they should be a Big 12 team, and that's why it's not going to be a takeaway game for the University of Oklahoma.
People, do you not think? Listen, those guys at Houston, they have weight rooms. They have a training table. They get top-notch 4-star athletes. They get they got scholarship players that are no BS. So what makes you think that you're going to walk into Houston in their backyard and it's going to be a cakewalk? They're going to be ready.
Oh yeah.
Houston is going to be ready.
And see,
they hear. You don't think those young boys are watching ESPN, Fox, all the other sports, CBS? You don't think them young boys are watching and absorbing all that in 2 weeks? 2 weeks, isn't it? 2 weeks.
A week from Saturday.
A week from Saturday. All that anger, all that BS that they hearing about Houston ain't gonna be this and Houston ain't gonna be that, and Joe Mixon this and Joe Mixon that and Baker Mayfield this. Houston's gonna be ready.
Yes.
I mean, it's just playing this. It's not like you're playing a Division III school. You're playing a stout Division I
top 25 team.
Top 25 team. But just like the movie, any given Sunday, any given Saturday, you can lose. They don't. I mean, I'm a KU jail. Well, 3 years ago, almost 2 years ago, KU played TCU in Lawrence. They played them down to the wire. And that year they played TCU to the wire, they played them so good that TCU dropped in the rankings that kept them from going to either a major bowl game or I don't think they had the Final Four at that time. But KU played TCU, and that's when they had KU had the interim head coach. So what I'm trying to get at is that people come to play for those top level teams. Those guys that are, whether it's KU, Iowa State, the Houstons. Well, I won't put Houston with KU, but you know what I'm saying. They're coming to play. They're gonna be gunning. And I listen. When I saw KU play TCU that game, I was like, oh my God, KU was balling today. KU was like trying to upset, and it would have been an upset because I was there. Oh, it would have been all on ESPN. I would have been screaming on TV, everything. It would have been an upset.
And there's the whole business of sports writers. Kurt Herbstreit. I love the guy. I love the guy as a broadcaster. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Knows what he's talking about. He's a former player.
Yeah.
I can't dog him for that. But what I can dog him for is the fact that people like him have the University of Oklahoma running the table.
No, they're not going to run the
table. They
table.
cannot run the table
because
they're playing Ohio State. Granted, with it being in Norman, they're still playing Urban Meyer.
Urban
Meyer is one of the best head coaches next to Nick Saban and Bob Stoops.
3 national championships?
Yes.
3 national championships. All one in two in Florida and 1 in Ohio.
Yeah, and I see at least 4 losses for the University of Houston. Or University of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Ohio State is one of them. Yeah. We already know that. Yeah. The University of Houston, while, I may be a Sooner fan, I really think that game is going to come down to the wire. I think the University of Houston will win that game. I really do. With me being a Sooners fan, it breaks my heart having to say that. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know if Baker Mayfield and the rest of these guys will be ready for the pressure that's going to come with the University of Houston, Ohio State. You know, Oklahoma State's always giving them problems. TCU. TCU is going to give them. Those are at least 4 losses right there.
And Houston has nothing to lose.
No.
Houston they're going to come in here. You're going to come to Houston. They're going to play you like, hey, we're just Houston. We don't have that what's the word I'm looking for? That the mystique,
right?
Of we playing OU today. Boys and girls, lock up the doors, batten down the hatches. No, they're like, hey, we're just Houston. We're gonna come ball.
Exactly.
We're gonna do what we do.
But if they beat the University of Oklahoma,
woo! If you don't bring them to the Big 12, then you just
UConn and BYU are the 2 names that are being drawn out right now. And UConn, I was reading an article. Since we're on this, I was reading an article. The reason UConn is on it is because they bring in more money for sponsorships than anybody.
Yes.
Anybody. So everyone's like, well, UConn would be a good one. BYU. Well,
but UConn as a football, it just doesn't. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't mesh.
It doesn't. It don't make me.
Bring me the University of Houston. You know they.
Yes.
Like I said, they beat the University of Oklahoma in this first game, and you don't bring them to the Big 12.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
Something wrong.
And on top of that, what's the Sooners ranked? That pre-AP poll is ranked 3.
I got them ranked at 3. It's
University of Houston is 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So imagine what that would do to the rankings. Imagine the University of Oklahoma would jump. The University of Houston would move. I could easily see the University of Houston beating Oklahoma, and if they beat Oklahoma, they would be within the top 10, anywhere within the top 6 or 7 within that first week. And if you do that and you're the University of Houston, after that first week, there's going to be playoff aspirations in your organization.
Let's see. What's the University of Houston rank in football? But I mean, but people think that they're just gonna, OU's not gonna cakewalk over on Houston.
No, it's not going to be a cakewalk for anybody. You know that the first week for everybody, and I hate saying this, but it's true. The first week or two for every college team is not a cakewalk. You look at it. You look at how many teams have left the number 1 spot over the last decade.
Houston's ranked 15th.
15th.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, that's pretty. I mean,
University of Oklahoma ranked 3rd. Houston ranked 15th. If they beat Oklahoma, like I said, I could easily see them 7th or 8th ranked.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not a cakewalk for anybody. As I was just mentioning, you look over the last decade, the number 1 teams going in, even Alabama has been number 1 after a week or two and lost the game, but then they bolted themselves back to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
the first 2 weeks are always. They're not a cakewalk. All these sports writers want to sit here and give it a cakewalk description when truthfully it's not a cakewalk. You can't give Baker Mayfield and the University of Oklahoma the trophy yet because they still got to go through Houston, who I don't see as being a cakewalk. They still got to go through Ohio State. Everyone's saying, well, that's in Norman. That's at Lloyd Noble. That should be a cakewalk.
No.
Nothing is a cakewalk when you play Ohio State. You got to play Oklahoma State. And if I'm not mistaken, you play them in Stillwater this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a bad
Then you got to play TCU. You play them in Fort Worth this year. They beat you in Norman last year. Do you think they have forgotten that?
Yeah.
No.
And and those Texas players that beat OU last year, they still living the dream. They're like, what, we beat OU last year? we can do it again. And we got to play them in Norman. Oh, that's going to be a crazy game. Oh, my God. People going to be, man. I see a fight breaking out at the Texas OU game
Oh, dude.
of epic proportions. I'm serious. Because Texas fans will be like, you know what?
It's like this.
They'll be like, we beat you last year. We gonna get you because you think you got all the guys that came from Baylor that came to Houston, came to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be that's man.
So no, the college football is not going to be a cakewalk, and it's next Saturday. We're what 10, 11 days away. But we're I'm ready. I'm ready for my nachos and my hot dogs and my burgers. I'm ready to grill out and watch some good old college football.
And see,
maybe that's what we ought to do once.
How many days until How many days until college football starts?
I think one of the first official games is actually this week.
The timer. We have 1 hour, 3 days, 30 minutes, and 60 seconds until college football season starts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the most wonderful time of the year here.
Yes.
I've got college football, I got NFL, go Broncos. Everyone thinks because I grew up in DFW, I'm gonna say go Cowboys. I grew up a Cowboys fan, don't get me wrong. But I also, deep down inside, have always been a Denver Broncos fan because of John Elway. I always loved John Elway. Yeah.
You know what?
And as a businessman, I love him even more.
I've been a Giants fan since I like Bill Parcells.
Mm-hmm.
I like his no-nonsense approach of I'm not going to BS you. I'm going to put you in the best possible situation for you to win.
Right.
And if you don't win, it's because you screwed up.
Exactly.
And that's what and that's you screwed up. And that's what I like that. Mr. Dax Prescott.
How about Dax Prescott?
I watched him when he was at
And Jerry Jones has been interviewed twice the last 2 weeks about getting a veteran quarterback. Jerry Jones is saying that ain't happening. We've got our backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And Dax Prescott, if I'm not mistaken, rushed for 2 touchdowns this last game.
He's got 4 touchdowns this year.
So, I mean,
in preseason.
Two of those were rushing this past game, and I think one of those was like a 30-yarder or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and people want to discount, it's preseason. Dax Prescott. I watched Mr. Prescott when he was at Mississippi State, and the kid can play. He can play. I don't care what people say about him, whatever. He has a few, as long as he keeps his nose clean.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps his nose clean. I say he is the heir apparent to taking over in Dallas. Quarterback Dax Prescott has risen. The Dallas Cowboys fan base learned how the rookie could potentially change an organization with his future means. Wow. Let me see. They beat, that's the Giants game. I got him, let me see. I had his stats for the season.
He's 12 of 15 for this last game, if I'm not mistaken. Had 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly his whole season record thus far.
He is. Let's just draft him. Let's see. Oh, okay. There we go. Come on. It's taking all day. Shoot. Dax Prescott, 12 for 15, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Guess what his passer rating is?
159.3.
158.3.
Wow.
They manhandled the Dolphins. They just manhandled the Dolphins. I think he's legit. I don't care what people say.
Oh yeah.
He's legit.
Oh,
I said, I watched him play when he was at Mississippi State, and he could will his team to win, and he played. So I think he's legit to take over. And
him and Des Bryant seem to have the connections going right now.
okay. See.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's hit Des Bryant at least 2 or 3 times this preseason. Of course, Des Bryant, as we know, is out
with a
concussion
that he got in practice. He won't be playing
Thursday.
He won't be playing Thursday in the game against Seattle either. Des Bryant. So, but Dax
Prescott, though, yeah, he's looking pretty darn good.
He's looking pretty good.
He, like I said, Jerry Jones has been asked twice over the last. I say twice. He's probably been asked more than twice over the last 2 weeks if they're going to go after a veteran quarterback once preseason is over, and he's adamantly said no. He says Dax Prescott has proven that he is that guy.
Yeah.
He can back up Tony Romo.
Yeah.
And if Romo goes down, we feel like he's confident enough, he's poised enough, he's talented enough to be able to take this team.
That's why he could have came out. People don't know. Dax could have came out. He could have came out 2 years ago, but he chose to stay at Mississippi State to improve his game. To improve his game and just his overall game. So I mean, why would he not be ready? Some guys aren't mentally ready or physically ready, but I think Dax Prescott, if it came down to it, he would be ready to take over for Tony Romo. Minnesota signs QB Brad Sorensen. Coach Mike Zimmer is shutting down Teddy Bridgewater for the remainder of the regular season. I think he hurt his hand or something, but he's shutting him down for the remainder of the regular season. And it's from the Minnesota Vikings camp. So, yeah.
Josh Norman. We want to talk about Josh Norman.
We want to talk about Josh.
Well, we haven't told the audience what he has said.
I was on ESPN earlier today doing my research, and Josh Norman said that I am the greatest cornerback in the world. I'm like, really? Okay.
Must have forgot about
You must have forgot about Richard Sherman. You must have forgot about the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Akeem Talib. You're
even with only one leg.
one leg. That was post leg shooting. Yeah. Your secondary got manhandled by Peyton Manning. Denver blew you guys. I mean, they killed you guys on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So, Mr. Josh Norman, where were you at? I'm going to Google how many interceptions you had in the Super Bowl.
Did he forget about Deion Sanders, too?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Greatest cornerback in the world. It's not like he's a receiver / cornerback.
No. How many interceptions did Josh Norman have in the Super Bowl 50? Let's see. How many Super Bowls? Nope. How many interceptions did Josh Norman have in Super Bowl 50? Let's see here.
Not enough to laugh at.
Norman, I know, right?
He's the Maurice Claiborne of.
Yeah. Come on. The Panthers got from bench. Okay. Hmm. My hands must be hitting something. We'll keep talking, but yeah, I'll figure out how many interceptions Josh Norman had. Also, Marcel Darius for the Buffalo Bills suspended by the NFL for the first 4 games of the regular season for the league's substance abuse policy. He missed a drug test and is going to rehab. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Johnny Manziel style.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? This is some more Dax Prescott stats. I'll see a 12 for 15. Okay, we did it already. The Bills released Carlos Williams. He was out of shape and due for a 4-game suspension due to drug abuse. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, okay. The drugs cannot be. I'm probably, but I'm gonna go ahead and. I've done drugs, okay. And ain't no drug. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, man. You guys put so much money on the line just for a quick snort or smoking a joint or whatever, and then you blow it, and you got to spend you're going to miss 4 game checks. Listen, I only make like $40,000. Ain't nair drug going to make me miss $300,000 game, but no, I'm sorry. That's just, but you're right. There was just a lot of them this year that are on this drug abuse.
It's either drug abuse or domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Those are the 2 biggest things. It's like, come
on. And don't be beating on no women.
Yeah, exactly. Edwin and
Encarnacion. We're going to talk about Edwin Encarnacion. Exactly. You ain't beating on women, but you nasty. You were nasty, buddy. You were nasty, okay.
With a capital N.
With a capital N, you were nasty.
But you'll have to stay tuned because that's your teaser. You're gonna have to stay tuned.
You gotta stay tuned for that.
That may be after Ryan Lochte. After we read Ryan Lochte.
But yes, you NFL players, you know the season about to start. Stop the drugs. 2 months before, just shut it down. Just stop it. Because it is, I'm looking up, it's too many. You got the guy in Cleveland Browns, receiver. He's got 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
You got Marcel Darius, 4 games. You got possible, and then you got some other players on some teams, 4 or 5 games.
Cowboys have 2 or 3.
Yes. I mean, listen, like I said, I've done the drugs. I don't know if I did no drugs. I'm just joking. But just, man, but you got to know how to shut it down. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. Now, Coach Ron Rivera for the Panthers, he says that the Titans have a smash mouth offense and it can be a force in the league. The game they played against San Diego, they rushed for 288 with 8.7 players. That's a lot of yards. That's 8.7 a game or carry. That's some.
Yeah, that's a beast of a lineup.
That's a beast of a lineup right there.
Anything more than 5.
You're a beast. You're a
beast.
I mean, you like, and so I mean, but that's coming from a head coach of a to Philadelphia in their preseason. And you know what, man? And I went to the World Games in 1995 in Connecticut and New.
The line of days later,
and I'm gonna tell you, conduct nobody. Nah, y'all know me. I don't do skinny. No one, but
Oh, it's got yeah. This week, next number 25, 21 is Trinity out of Louisville. Chandler, Arizona, ranked 22nd, 23rd. Fort Dorchester out of North Charleston, South Carolina. Don Bosco out of Ramsey, New Jersey. And 25th, Kahuka out of Hawaii. Those are your top 25 preseason scores.
What do you think?
Do I think A-Rod will be elected to the Hall of Fame? Oh, man. You know, with the steroid allegations, we basically know that he did them.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. You know, I think of Pete Rose. I think of players like that, but part of me wants to say yes, he will be elected, but the other part of me is unless he comes forward and says, hey, I did the steroids, it was me, I screwed up, you can put an asterisk next to my name. You know, just the same thing with Barry Bonds. I just don't see it happening. Just the writers make that decision, not the major league players, not anybody else. So, I think it would be a good 20 or 30 years before we even hear the name A-Rod in a Hall of Fame description. So, honestly, I don't see it happening in my lifetime. What's your thoughts?
You know, when I saw it, I was like, A-Rod Hall of Fame.
Barry Bonds is the only thing that comes to mind, and
I was thinking that the only way A-Rod could go Hall of Fame is to get in the 700 club.
Exactly. He still needs what?
He needs 4 home runs. That is the only way I see him getting in the Hall of Fame. Other than that, I just really don't. I don't see it because all the people say we got to put an asterisk by it. We got to put this by it. We got to put a big tire, some fried chicken by it or something. I don't know what the
fried chicken.
Got to put something by it,
It's 9 o'clock at night and you're talking fried chicken. You're making me hungry.
I know, right? I'm still, yeah.
And I have to walk to Chick-fil-A.
I know.
Or Chicken Express.
Chicken Express. And I'm sleepy as all get out. I'm just thinking about yes. I don't know. I mean, if he, like you said, in my lifetime, not in the next 5 years, I don't see it.
Yeah. I really don't see it in my lifetime.
I don't see it in my lifetime.
Just same as Barry Bonds. People ask the same question. Will you ever hear Barry Bonds' name and Hall of Fame together? Well, yeah, we've heard it.
Yeah,
but
is he gonna get in?
Getting in's not gonna happen. Look at the players. Look at the players that have done it right. Ken Griffey Jr. And people like Michael Young, his name's gonna end up in it. For the Texas Rangers, and Vaughn Pudge Rodriguez, he's gonna end up in it.
Yeah.
Craig Biggio's gonna wind up in it if he's not already in it. Jeff Bagwell, I believe, is already in it. If not, he will be in it. The players that have done it right, they're the first ones that you've always seen the writers put it on.
But how are you gonna not let Barry in though? How? I mean, I'm serious, man. That's how you gonna not let Barry into the Hall of Fame. He's the home run.
He's the home run king, but those home runs were tainted by steroids.
But who's to say that? I'm not about to get reamed, okay? But who's to say that those home runs back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s were not tainted? They didn't have drug testing back then.
Right. I understand it, but okay. If well, then take away the ones that were tainted, and give him the ones that weren't tainted, and see if he's still eligible for the Hall of Fame. Then,
But see,
I mean,
well, Barry.
Sammy Sosa, is Sammy Sosa?
Oh hell no.
Is he in it? No,
No.
but it's the steroid. It's the talk of steroids. Same with Barry Bonds. Same with A-Rod. If you Roger Clemens will never see the Hall of Fame ever.
He won't even be able to drive down the street at the Hall of Fame.
No. You know, he can say that he's a strikeout. You know, he had so many strikeouts.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that the majority of those strikeouts were tainted by steroids.
Yes.
So
I'd vote Barry in. I mean,
but you wouldn't vote A-Rod in.
No.
Why not? Other than the 700, let's take away the 700 club.
Number one.
Let's take away the 700 club.
Barry never said he did anything.
Right. But did A-Rod ever say that he did anything?
Yeah.
Did he admit to it?
I think he did, didn't he? I think we have to look at some footage. I don't know. But
because Andy Pettitte.
we know Andy did.
Andy publicly come out and said that he did it, and he was wrong for it. Roger Clemens admitted to. Roger Clemens after the fact admitted to it. But A-Rod, I don't know if A-Rod's ever admitted to it or not.
I thought he might admit it. Maybe he didn't.
We can Google it.
We can Google it. We are the Googleologists. Okay, we don't play. We want to know something. We will find it. Look at his split. Bam. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if A-Rod would I don't know if he'd get in or not. I mean, what's got me is just if he could bust that 4 home runs,
yeah,
I might be tempted to let him in.
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to really think about letting him in. And when I put an asterisk by his name, I don't know.
That's some fried chicken and watermelon.
Some fried chicken and watermelon, yeah. And some Kool-Aid, yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Just some Kool-Aid. I just look at, you got the guys like Mickey Mantle, those guys like that back in there, like you said, there was no drug testing. So you don't know what was there.
Do you think Jackie Robinson, though, was snorting, though? Come on.
Not Jackie. We know Jackie was snorting.
Come on.
No. But what about the Babe Ruths, the Ty Cobbs,
honestly, you have to look at the stadiums back then, too. I mean, you look at the stadiums compared to now, they were basically your high school stadiums. So, I mean,
so you can bust home runs.
You can bust a little scrawny dude like me. If I put all my weight into it, I can hit a home run in a high school stadium.
Yeah. Excuse me, people. Apparently, I have no viewers tonight. Somebody love me or something? I thought we was friends. I'm gonna dismantle all of y'all.
Uh-oh.
See what time it is. When I come to your town, I'll be like, we'll hang out there. No, we don't hang out because you did not watch me.
Like me.
You don't like me to watch me on Facebook Live. Okay.
Kelly, are you still there? Give me a thumbs up if you're still there. You ask a question.
Is that Kelly?
Yeah, she asked if what we thought about Osweiler right now, but I don't know if she's watching. I don't want to answer it if she's not watching.
Oh, okay. All right. see, what else I got? Also, just so you guys know, remember I talked to you about I am prepared and ready. I'm going to the Banjo Museum thingy September 10th, and I will be Facebook Live in it. So you got to make sure you watch. But I got a new Facebook page. It's just type in Durandu, and I'll come up and just say you watch me on a Jimmy the K Sports Show, and that way we can experience the banjo. What I just posted? Not the candy bars. That's our finish. And then let's see. The Facebook Live. Okay, let's see. Like, go say.
I know, another text message. This is not good. Text message. Text messaging.
Oh, is that the wife?
Probably.
Oh, she like shut that shit down. Shut it down. So we go. But
Oh, sheesh.
she like shut it down right now.
I'm gonna kill you all.
Okay, that makes a lot though. When I click on
Oh, it's already live. It just says live.
Okay, so
Des Bryant and the Madden.
The Madden.
We've got to talk about that.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I'll let you get more in depth on that.
You know, I've only read bits and pieces of it myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, supposedly, allegedly, and I haven't seen or played the game, so I really don't know. He's upset of a 90 overall rating on Madden. It's a video game, for crying out loud.
Video game, dude. Nobody cares.
I wish you would whine more about your performance on the Cowboys football game, on the real game, as much as you do on
the video game.
On the video game.
That's ridiculous.
He's publicly going after Madden. Madden's come out with a statement saying, you know, well, basically, you know, we do the math of over how much you were injured last year, plus, you know, it's a big mathematical equation to get them the ratings that they get. And, you know, it's basically a Twitter war.
I'm going to have to read up on it because I didn't know anything about
that.
I'm going to have to read up on that tonight. What about Mr. Tim Tebow?
Trying out for 20 baseball teams.
20 baseball teams. Do you think he still got it from? I think he's a natural athlete.
I think he's a natural athlete. I don't.
But can he do what it takes to be a top level Major League Baseball player?
No.
Yeah, it takes a lot of.
I don't. You know, honestly, this is coming from somebody that grew up playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone thinks, well, you didn't play in high school. Well, I played most of my time at the YMCA. I played from I think the time I was 4 or 5 until 15 or 16. I don't remember how old I was, but you know, that would be like me trying out for a major league team. You know, you can go out as much as you want. Do I still have it? Probably not. You can get it back. You know, it's just like riding a bike. You know, if you don't ride a bike for a long time, you get back on that bike, you're going to have difficulty for a bit, but then you're going to relearn the whole riding your bike bit, and then you're going to get good at it again. So is it possible that, you know, he's going to, dare I say, no pun intended, get on the bike and have a hard time? Yes. But then months later, find out that riding the bike is coming back to him?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite possible, you know, but do I see it happening? No. You know, if Tim Tebow, you know, I'm a religious person myself, but, you know, if Tim Tebow spent the majority of the time on being an athlete as he was as trying to be religious, his NFL career would not have ended the way that it did. So
No, I don't think so either. It'd be like I should do competitive powerlifting, and it'd be like somebody coming into my world and saying, "I'm a deadlift 500 pounds without stretching, without anything." No, you're not. You're gonna jack yourself up. Yeah. I used to squat like 450. I know people probably squat more than that, but after a certain weight, it gets kind of dangerous and kind of, unless you're just really just, and I didn't want to push it. So, but deadlifting was my forte. I love the deadlift. Bench press, I could take it or leave it, but deadlift was that was my thing. So, but as far as Tim Tebow, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him, and I think that's next week. He's doing trials. He's doing the trials next week. Right now, he's been working out with some teams. So we'll see what happens.
It's in Los Angeles.
It's in Los Angeles. So he's been doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about JK. I'm gonna ask one more question, or maybe two questions, and my internal clock is letting me know that it is time to shut it down. So I'm gonna ask two more questions, or I got some stuff moving. Do you think LeBron James would be a good NBA owner? And also, LeBron James thinks that it was a great move for KD to go to Golden State.
I think he would be a good owner.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I do too.
I see, people are probably going to torch me for saying this, but I see a lot of Michael Jordan in him.
Yeah, I do.
And,
very smart.
People want to dog, Michael Jordan for being out in Washington and the Wizards being as bad as they are. And, Jordan could have done this and Jordan could have done that. But the truth of the matter is building an NBA organization takes time.
Yeah.
He's a smart businessman.
Yeah.
He's a very smart businessman. And I see that same business sense in LeBron James.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going I think he can do it though. But where would he do it? That's the thing. Would he try to be sentimental and try to bring one back to Seattle? Would he say, hey, I don't know if he would even think of Kansas City, but the Sprint Center would be a great, that'd be great to bring a team to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think in this day and age they would support. We supported the Kansas City Kings when they were here. It's just, I was a kid at the time, so I don't know why they left. I don't know what was the whole issue with that or why they left. So, yeah. And then what else? The New Orleans will be the new location for the 2017 All-Star game because the South Carolina, North Carolina, whatever. North Carolina, they are not. They have a bill that has to do with gay and lesbian and stuff like that. Transgendered people, and my personal opinion, to each his own. That's all I'm gonna say. You live your life how you want to live it, but that state, regardless of whether you want to admit it, you're gonna have to change. You're losing money for that state.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a great weekend financially for the state of North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a great, and Um, yeah. So your All-Star game will be in New Orleans, February 17th to the 19th, and that's all I gotta say about that. I'm getting sleepy.
Big Eight Player of the Week.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Let me.
What do we think of Osweiler now? Kelly, to answer that, I'm gonna be short. I honestly have not seen his stats. We'll go over that. But we'll go over his stats after this week's preseason game and get back to you
Yeah.
on next week's show.
Yeah. Is she actually on there?
No, she's not,
Okay.
but she'll watch it.
Hey, Kelly, this is a big deal. I want to say you keep getting better, and thanks for watching our show. We appreciate you and just everything that you do with our show. But just keep watching and get better. And I know you're all the way in Texas, but if somehow, some way we can help you with whatever, whether it be, I don't know, something. But if you need just, who knows?
Yeah, whatever you need, Kelly.
Whatever you need.
Big,
Like I said,
big dude, Jim in the case.
yeah,
here for you.
we're here for you. We ain't got a whole lot of nothing, but we offer our friendship and our prayers and everything. So, but you take care of yourself. And let me find out. Let me do my my Big A Player of the Week, which is the OU player. I think it's Brian
Bosworth.
Brian Bosworth. So let me find that.
But yes, we will look at Osweiler's stats next week
Yeah.
for the first 3 weeks of preseason for
Yeah.
you.
All right. Let me see. Go back in my history.
And for those of y'all that are watching, Jessica and I and the kids frequented this restaurant Sunday afternoon at church. It's called Hudson's Public House. It's basically a pub, okay, people? It's basically your Chili's bar and grill, but more of a
Big A
bar. But
OU Big A football legends.
it looks like a great place that I think the Big Do and I could possibly do a sports show from.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's going to be something that I'm going to have to talk to management with. But you know, a lot of those public house sports bars, stuff like that, like what we just went to, Hudson's Public House around the corner from us. Places like that typically want notarization. They want people coming in. So you know, we'll talk to them and see if maybe we can't do a show with them one day. And but actually, there is a funny story behind that. My son Nolan, for y'all that know, the big dude come over last Tuesday and we were eating and we offered him food, but I can't remember what we had last week. My old man brain.
Well, people just know I don't eat beef or pork, so.
Or ham.
Or ham, yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't eat that. And so he brought over some potato soup from work. And Nolan, we went to this Hudson Public House after church on Sunday afternoon. And Nolan wanted potato soup. And he tells Jessica, his mother, I want potato soup. I want potato soup. And as the waitress is standing there, he goes, because my friend Kevin Durant likes potato soup. Yeah. So everyone, just to let you know, my son thinks my co-host is Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, yes. He gained a whole lot of weight.
Yeah, a whole lot of respect.
A whole lot of respect. And he went from being 7 foot to 6'4". So yeah, he gained a whole lot of weight, buddy.
Oh,
all right, this week's
Big A Player of the Week
is Mr. Brian Bosworth. Nicknamed the Boz, born in 1965. Boz is a former American professional football player who played as a linebacker for the National Football League, the NFL Seattle Seahawks. He played in the NFL 3 seasons during the 1980s. Boz played college football for the University of Oklahoma. He was a 2-time consensus All-American. He gained fame and notoriety through his flamboyant personality, controversial statements about the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and radical haircuts. Let me see. Let's give his college career. Brian Bosworth attended the University of OU from 84 to 86. He is recognized as a first team All-American from 85 to 86. Known for his radical hairstyles, criticism of the NCAA, as much as on-field play, Bosworth embraced publicity and controversy. On more than one occasion, Bosworth referred to the NCAA as a national communist against athletes. Wow. He wore a T-shirt bearing that slogan during the 1987 Orange Bowl game following the 1986 season. Barred from playing in the game because of a positive steroid test, Bosworth unveiled a T-shirt while standing on the sidelines to the stock and outrage of many, including his own coach Barry Switzer. He claimed that the use of steroids was medically prescribed by doctors because his injuries, while Switzer was known for running a loose ship, this incident was too much even for him. He dismissed Bosworth from the team. A strong side linebacker through his college career, Bosworth was known for raising his level of play in big games. He was regarded as a great linebacker, although he occasionally was criticized for tackling too high. The winner of the first two Butkus Awards as the nation's top linebacker, he remains the only player ever to have won the accolade more than once. College Football News ranked him number 30th of the list of 100 greatest college players of all time. In 1999, Bosworth was named to the Sports Illustrated NCAA Football All-Century team as one of only 9 linebackers on the squad. He has been inducted into the 2015 College Football Hall of Fame. And in addition to his athletic accomplishments, Bosworth was a good student, graduating a year early and thus becoming eligible for the NFL supplemental draft. Wow. That's pretty.
Very.
Man, very. Graduate of the year, really? Man. I thought it was total misconception of what I thought.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah. And that was our Big 8
Player of the week.
Player of the week. Where's my bag?
Uh-oh.
Where's my bag? You know what? I am too tired to get my bag.
We'll pick one after the show and then we'll do it.
Yeah.